We are live on YouTube. If you're watching this session live on YouTube or as a replay, remember to subscribe, like this session, and don't forget to share with someone. All right. Now, we are going to start our session tonight with answering the question from my brother, Davis. Davis just joined us and is asking a question of how do I determine the quality of the coin? How do I determine that this coin is not a good quality for me to trade? Because we've noticed that this is one of the reasons why you enter into what we call abnormal floating loss. It is okay to have or to experience floating loss for some time, but not abnormal floating loss. So abnormal floating loss is where you get into a coin and it dumps negative 50%, negative 70%, negative 80%, or even 90%. And you stay in that coin for weeks or months, waiting for the market to recover. You know, praying that the market will recover. This is very discouraging because we hire our robot to profit. We hire our robot to profit, and we expect to profit as much as we can before our 12 months elapses. And sometimes, if your capital has been trapped, some people, their mindset is not a business mind. You know, some people, they expect always good days. I'm not saying the good days are supposed to always be there, but I mean, business is business. Sometimes these ups and downs will be there. So a new person who has just joined the business, it can be quite discouraging if they just start the business and, you know, first week, first day, they get into a coin that floats for a month or two. It becomes challenging to convince them to bring in other capital. So this is why in our community, we take your security for the capital very important. In your trading, the first thing you need to look for out is protection for your capital. It is your biggest weapon. If you don't have it, you are vulnerable. You are weakened. So it's important, in as much as we are trading in the spot market where we say there are no losses. And yes, it is true, there are no losses because you are given your assets. And the worst that could happen is when this asset devaluate and you have to wait for it to gain value, right? And that waiting there sometimes gets into abnormal waiting. So how do you determine that this is not a good coin to trade? Basically, every coin can be a good coin depending on who you are and when you are entering it, all right? But the first thing when you are trading is to discover yourself. Where do you fall? Where do you belong? All right? Now we're going to head over to our LoyalChu and see the guys who created the LoyalChu, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? And how could they help? What would they advise us to do in order not to encounter this challenge of being into abnormal floating loss? Like I always say, the person who understands the product the most is the creator of that particular product. So friends, I want you to head over to your LoyalChu. We're going to go into LoyalChu and we're going to dissect and get to the root of abnormal floating loss. Now you are going to come over on your LoyalChu, right? And then open this part here, user guide. This is you now getting into the mind of the creator of a product. And if you are going to maximize profit or maximize the product you are using, regardless of, you know, whatever product it could be, you want to first of all understand what was the intention of the creator? What was the creator thinking of when he was designing this product? And if you keep in mind that, many times you are going to get the best out of the product. Today I was watching a certain video on TikTok, and this gentleman was telling people, you know, you are a young man and you are holding, if you are holding a phone, iPhone 14 Pro Max in Uganda, you should be generating minimum of $1,000, maybe $500 every single month. And he added to say, it is so surprising that many people who hold these very expensive phones, they don't even use 20% of what the phones are capable of doing, suddenly. So they buy these phones just to brag, just to show. So I don't want you to have your loyalty and you are like that person. You know, you are hanging around, you have your boat, you are not making money, but you brag that you're a user. You know, yes, you're just a user. So for you to be a profitable trader, you need to first of all understand what was the intent of the creator of this robot. When we open our robot, this is what is going to happen. I want us to head over to what we call the martingale strategy. All right, introduction to martingale sport. Martingale sport. This is going to give us a clear picture of the vision or the intention of the creator, the introduction to martingale sport. Now, when we tap here, we are going to be introduced to what was in the mind of the creator. Listen to me, friends. I may not go through all these details, but I'm going to just basically read through quickly. Let me see if we can get the capture, the point very, very fast without taking a lot of time. So this guy says, what is sport martingale? Martingale strategy originated from betting, all right? So the origin of the strategy we are using here, it's from betting. For example, a gambler implementing the martingale strategy in a gamble of high-low would double their bet after every loss until they start winning. Loyal choose sport martingale, the lives. Now, this doesn't mean that you are in betting. Some of us, our interpretation of things is haywire. Very, very haywire. Very, very haywire. Please, let's mute our microphones. Now, we go ahead and see that the loyalty lives. First of all, let's understand the martingale concept is when a gambler is gambling, what happens is every time they lost a game, they would double up their next bet so that they recover. That is the concept. So loyalty martingale, the lives. All right. Loyalty sport martingale derives from the core idea of the traditional martingale strategy. The trading board buys the dip in bunches. Now, first concept number one, when you are trading with martingale board, you buy the dip in bunches. That's the first concept. Meaning every time the market go down, which is the dip, you buy in bunches, you buy more coins. Then sell all positions at a higher price, well significantly reducing the average price by increasing the size of the buy order each dip. Now that is very powerful. How do we reduce the average price? We do so by increasing the buy order, the amount of coins that we are buying in our next purchases. Remember, the robot open is what we call the first position, called the first buy-in amount, and then the remaining positions, we call them the margin calls, all right? So when you enter the market, the first time the robot is going to buy, we call it the first buy-in amount. Then the remaining purchases that shall be made, we term them as margin calls, all right? So the dip is margin calls. Every time we use the term the dip, it means we are referring to margin calls. Now let's proceed. What does it say? It says, all right. It says, loyalty to sport martingale starts a buy order every time the price drops by a certain percentage. Powerful. Every time the bot is supposed. Now, people do manipulate these settings and they end up not getting the best out of their robot. They manipulate it and they get stuck in the trades and they end up blaming the robot. Remember, loyalty is not cryptocurrency. Loyalty is not the business. Loyalty is the tool that helps you to maximize profit. Now, just like any other tool, failure to use it well, you are going to get the worst result. If you misuse your phone, you're going to get the worst result. If you misuse your car, your vehicle, that tool that is supposed to move you from one location to the other, what will happen is that you are going to find problems. Now, the scale of the buy grows, the scale of the buy orders grows geometrically. For example, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. If the bot is said to buy when the price drops by 1%, which is the drop percentage, but purchases are made when the price drops to 99%, 98%, 97%. Now I'm going to skip this and take you to a point where I need you to pay close attention. What is the underlying logic of spot martingale profitability? This is what Loyocho says. If you want to profit from our robot in the spot market, pay attention and respect this. Number one, the underlying logic of spot martingale profitability is straightforward. So they have already told us that there is no corners, there is no complication. It is ABC, it is straightforward. What do you need to do? Select a high quality asset. So instruction number one is what is going to cause you to be in floating loss, abnormal floating loss, is if you select a low quality asset. The fact that they are telling us to select a high quality asset, it simply means there is a low quality asset. Do you copy? Give me a yes if you copy. Give me a yes if you copy. By virtue of hearing the word select a high quality asset, it simply indicates that they are low quality assets in the market. And if you trade them, you are most likely not to get the best out of the robot. Now, if the high quality asset, if its value does not plunge to zero, if the value of this high quality asset does not plunge to zero, which in most cases it won't because it is a high quality asset, you can profit. Now, what determines the quality of the asset? That's the question now. What determines the quality of the asset? Well, there are several factors that contribute to the quality of the asset, the team behind it, they call it to tokenomics, all right? But the most one is the market capitalization. Market capitalization is how much money investors have injected in this particular coin. It highly contributes to its quality. The more money that investors have entered into the coin, the higher its quality. Do you copy? Give me a one if you copy. The lower or the lesser the money that has been injected in a project, the lower the quality of that project. This is what I simply mean. If you see a coin with a big market cap, it simply means it has so many people who believe in it. And so when it goes down, you are sure it will come up. Why? Because it has a community, a big community that believes in it. Same applies to a low quality asset. The fact that it has small market cap, it means its community is small. The people who believe in it are still few. And so when it goes down, chances of it coming up are low, but even when it comes up, it may take long. That causes you to stay long in the market. Now, I go ahead to explain the advantage of both the assets, what the advantage of trading high quality assets, the advantage of trading low quality assets, and the risks involved, or the challenges involved. If it's low risk assets, I talk about these things. Many of you, those who have been following me for a while, have been, talking about these things, and now people are no longer having these challenges of floating loss. We said, pay attention to these statements. We said, the bigger the market cap, the lower. So we said the bigger the market cap, the lower the volatility of that coin, meaning its speed is low and the safer the coin is. I repeat, the bigger the market cap of the coin, the lower its volatility and the safer the coin. Let's take, for example, Come on CoinMarketCap. And right here on CoinMarketCap will display for you the coin and their position and the amount of money in them. Take an example. Bitcoin is the biggest with $2.18 trillion we speak, followed by Ethereum with $312 billion, followed by USDT, and XRP comes on number 4 with $139 billion. We have BNB coming on number 5 with $94.79 billion, followed by Solana with $93.7 billion. Now, the more we go down, the lower the quality. There are more than over millions of coins right now on the market. You even have coins that have market cap of $20,000 if you go as down as there. Now, here's the thing. These big market cap coins, they move slow because they have a lot of money in them. They move slow. They move slow. So sometimes you need patience and take small profit when you are trading them. Whereas small market cap coins, they are volatile. They are highly volatile. And so you can easily, you take bigger profits and you can easily move out of it than a big market cap. The advantage of this is this one provides you security of your capital. This one gives you security. Big market cap coins gives you security. Small market cap coins gives you, they promise you big profits. However, the risk is high. Do you copy? Give me a yes if you copy. The risk is high. So the more you go down, the lower the market cap. The more you go down, the lower the market cap. Now you need to discover who you are. You need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. Me, Davis, according to my risk appetite, I cannot trade the top 300 coins, top 200 coins. No, meaning you don't go beyond top 100. You remain there. Another person would say, for me, I keep myself in top 50. Another will say, for me, I keep myself in top 70. Another will say, okay, me, I am in top 30. So you need to know yourself. You need to know who you are. Some of us, if $100 is stuck in the market, we will not cry. It's normal. We will look for other capital. We can trade the low quality coins. If the market, if it goes down and we are still there for a week or a month, we are okay with it. We won't cry. You won't see us making noise. And we will still continue. Life goes on because our risk appetite is high. Now, some of you, that can make you quit. That can make you walk on the road barefooted. It can make you spend 1 week no eating, no drinking. You are just talking about $100. They tell you, no, sleep. No, I don't want to sleep, $100. Out get that. They tell you, no, you even want to move naked. You don't want to put on clothes because $100. So if you are, you are that kind of person, keep yourself in big market cap coins. So you don't make noise for us. You don't remove peace. We want to enjoy our money in peace. We want to enjoy our money in peace. So discover yourself. And for me, this is where I belong. You can say, for me, I don't trade below 1 billion market cap. So you look for coins that are above 1 billion. You see? 1 billion market cap. See that now? Meaning you are above this. This is 1 billion. Flock is 1 billion plus. So you don't go below, even if they send signal, if it is not among top, you don't touch it, leave it. You are not it is not for you. Do you copy? Do you copy? Hello. So you see, the more you stay in the game and now you have gained confidence, your capital has grown, especially you with small money, below $500, below $1,000, keep yourself, below $300. Know yourself. Yesterday I was showing you how to get coins with ChatGPT. And when I told ChatGPT to make a strategy of $100, the first thing ChatGPT told me, make sure you protect your capital because it is small. It warned me. So it recommended the coins here. Big market cap coins. It recommended, it recommended Ethereum and Bitcoin. Hey, because you know, when Bitcoin go down, it will come back anytime. So when you are trading big market cap coins, take small profits. I hope you are very clear. But my brother, if you are trading coins with small market cap, meme coins, those kind of coins, prepare your back because anything happens. Anything can happen. And the coin just go pew from -2 to -50. Hey, and you'll be in it for 1 week, for 1 month. So when you are doing that, I even gave you the strategy to combat that as well. Hey, I gave you strategy so that when you are trading, you should know which kind of asset you are trading. If I'm trading a very low market cap coin, this is the approach. I need to put big margin calls, because if it drops down, I should be able to gather more coins. You don't put small drops. 1%, 0.2%, 0.5%. My brother, my sister, they will catch your leg. They will catch your leg. And when they catch your leg, I'll look at you, I look at you again, look at you in your face, no sympathy. Then I look at you again, and then I tell you to your face, I told you. I told you. I told you. Then I walk, I go, I enjoy my money. Hello. It's good I'm training you from experience. It has happened to me. Hey, it has. Whatever I'm explaining to you has happened to me. So you see, we are champions. We are champions. We learn from our mistakes. Others, they quit when the mistakes come. So learn from my mistakes and save yourself energy, time, and money. You copy? You copy? Do you copy? So I want to believe that I have answered Davis's question in as much as I wanted to share so much more, but I don't want to prolong the answer. I think Davis has understood how to determine the quality of the asset. You just basically need to discover yourself. You discover yourself with time, you know, okay, when I trade a low market cap coin and it floats for 1 week, I don't develop high blood pressure. I don't develop medium blood pressure. You are okay. But if you know $100 can't allow you to sleep, don't touch low market cap coins. You will not sleep. See that now. Okay, all right. Another question. Do we have some people with some good experience this week? You have made some money? You made some money, Very good, good. Very good. Have we made some money? Are you compounding? Let me talk about compounding. Compounding is what is going to grow your capital, friends. So you need to be very serious about it. And what you need to do, if you have small capital, if you have small capital, compound on a particular time frame. You may not compound per trade. Your capital is too small to compound per trade. Collect as many trades as you can with your first buying amount the same. And then maybe after 1 week, whatever money you have made in a week, you know, okay, this week with my $100, I've been able to generate maybe $10. Okay, I've been able to make my $10 with $100. Then add that $10 to your next week's trades, to your next week's capital, and then go back in the market. So you are compounding on a weekly basis. Maybe you are aiming for monthly. Maybe you are aiming for, you get the point. That is how you are going to track your, because compounding is what is going to grow your capital. So you need to be intentional. Some of you, I told you what is going to make you fail is because you lack patience, you lack consistency, you lack discipline. That's all. You make $10, you want to remove it. Tomorrow, capital, shoo, profit, shoo. You are just there. The robot is looking at you. You look at it. You look at it. It looks at you. You look at it. It looks at you. You look at each other. Hey. What I say, money needs discipline, friends. To make serious money, you need discipline. High level of discipline. Discipline is being able to do certain things, but you decide not to do them. Discipline. You know you can afford the Mercedes-Benz, but you said, no, I will not buy it because I have a goal. I will not buy it. You know you can withdraw the money from Loyalty, I mean from Binance. You know you can withdraw your capital and the profit, but you say, I have a goal. I am not going to touch it. Problems come, no. Discipline. Mama. It is a killer. Discipline. Now we talk about consistency. Some people, they enter the trade once a week and they also want to make money. Then get big capital and go in cycle. Put 5, 10 coins in cycle so that no stress. The robot buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Hey, I think I'm not going to talk too much. I've already done so. People who have been able to share their link this week, well done and congratulations. I have seen people who are putting in effort with our 4x4 in 30 days challenge to be able to, you know, build their team. Congratulations to my brother Richard Semudu. Richard has been able to sponsor or to recruit 2 people to activate 2 members under his team in this week. And we have my sister Brenda. Brenda is a new bitch. She just activated like 1 week ago, and she has also been able to, you know, get her first person on board. So well done. Congratulations, Brenda. And another person there was who? Another person was who? I'm forgetting the name. So well done to the new members that are really stretching to bring on board. I told you, I gave you an offer that for those of you who are serious about 4x4 in 30 days, I'm giving you my time, 90 days. Just get 4 or 5 people on the call me. I will give them time. The next team. This is aimed to build you as a leader. So I'll do the explanation to them within 15, 20 minutes. We are done, and they activate. You make $30 minimum if you ever want. Is it very hard? Is it very hard? I don't think so. So with that said, since no people with questions anymore, I will wish you a good night and remind you that tomorrow at 10 a.m. sharp, tomorrow 10 a.m. sharp, there will be a special session for new users to explore Loyalty, to navigate that application, interpreting each feature. You know, what do you find what do you find what in Loyalty? That session is very important. It's a new user orientation. So all our new users, you are encouraged. And all of us, I encourage you to ensure that we connect at exactly 10 a.m. East African time. That is the 9 a.m. Zambian time or Southern African time. So let's make sure we are there on time and remind everybody. So why don't I leave you here and wish you a fantastic and blessed night. We meet up tomorrow at 10 a.m. If there are no any other question, if there are any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we shall stop here for tonight. Good night. Goodbye. 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 In the voice of Gogo from Burundi. Goodbye. Goodbye.